Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
All right, well, the BVO, they dipped out of the show.
I don't know what happened to the good brother BVO, man. Are we live right now? Salute to the family. What's good with everybody in the chat?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah, we
coming
live.
in, man.
What's going on, CDK? What's going on, Prize? What's going on, B3?
Salute,
Dude,
salute.
man, chilling. I'm on my way home in this nasty weather, but I'm gonna make it.
Man, we
Yeah.
always
What's
be
up?
looking forward to the football shows, man. I let the
Yeah, I
people
saw
know
they canceled it.
we're gonna do it on Thursday.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Thursday. Dub Rightside had an emergency. He had a family member that's in the hospital, so he headed down to the country. So I told him I'll push it back to Thursday then.
Oh, my bad, Free. Go ahead.
You good? No, you good, BVO. We ready for you.
I know you said you're gonna push your show back to Thursday, man. The Puerto Rican let us down again. So
Nah, man,
Crazy.
Dub Rightside had
still ain't got no Mambo sauce video. Oh, okay. Still ain't frying no wings, made the Mambo sauce video, so we just waiting on the Puerto Rican. If something going on, I'm just praying all is well. But welcome to the Roll with the Punches podcast, man. It's your boy, BVO Sports TV. I got my man, Puerto Rican Free. I got my man, Manager Calvin. And of course, I got one of my favorite guys, man, B3, a.k.a. Tom Dubrow from the Boondocks, man. We in the house. But
wow.
Introductions are crazy. They're just out of control.
Today's show, man, I want to dedicate to my aunt, Gina Curry. I love you. May God be pleased with your life. And as we get ready to return you to the ground, I'm just praying that you know that your kid's okay, because I love you and I'm gonna miss you. So today's show is dedicated to her. But we got a good thing going on in boxing. I wanted to talk about this, and it's something that's probably been talked to death, but I at least wanted to kind of get my opinion on it and get you guys' opinion as well. What do you guys think about the hate that we getting when you see Devin the American Dream Haney step in with the King of the South, Brian Norman Jr.? Why is there people saying he's being forced to take the fight? I'm just kind of confused. And then you had Turkey Al-Sheikh come out and say, no, Devin will fight anybody. So which one is true? What do you guys think?
He'll fight anybody. Go ahead, 3. Cut it off.
Y'all want me to kick it off, or y'all want? You can go ahead, Free.
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it really matters if he's being forced or not. The thing is, a lot of people is going with that because of the whole situation, what happened with the phone call with Tay Jones. And so they saying, okay, Brian Sr. came out there and said he said a lot of stuff, so now he got to take the fight because he did a lot of talking. So I think that's what a lot of people was running with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in agreement. The only thing I would say is that Devin Haney, he needs a big name to kind of get those big paydays based on the money that Turkey allocated in the contract. So, they was going to find the best available opponent to replace Ryan, because Ryan is not, available to fight. But to be fully transparent, I think a lot of that comes from other people that are fans, the favorite fighters fans, or they have other favorite fighters that are not taking any tough fights, or that are kind of being coddled. So they were like, wow, they just feel like that Devin Haney is they don't understand that he's one of the anomalies in the sport, a guy that doesn't let like a lot of red tape get in front of him getting opportunities in boxing.
Yeah, they gonna hate
Yeah,
regard. Devin can't do nothing. He's the most hated man in boxing. You know, I think, and it's nothing he can do. He be, it's nothing he can do. They gonna be, you can't please everybody, BVO. You just can't. You know what I mean? Now they saying, oh, well, he forced to take the fight. Well, he didn't have to fight Brian Norman if he don't want to. He could have just went another route. But no. Yeah, here we are again, him taking on yet another tough opponent, the king of the South, and we're gonna see what happens. That's it.
yeah, and that's a
Oh,
great point. I just think when you talk about Devin Haney, it's it's funny because I listened to shout out to CDK, a great show earlier. He had Jab Queen
Yeah.
on, and
Yeah. Shout out Jab Queen.
they had my man
mhm.
Light Skin, aka B3 on. And you know what's funny? When you ask a Tank fan why they hate Devin, they don't know why. The dude's a mute. What is there to hate? He a mute. He date white girls, and he punch on people at fairs. That's all you can say. That's really all you can say. But
He date
I
white
mean,
girls.
Devin Haney. But
He got
Devin
and his
Haney
baby
was
black.
because of him.
Man, BBO,
Uh,
BBO is he in the colorism. He anything that's not Naomi Campbell, Clarissa Shields, you white.
that's false. That's false. That's false. I just don't want to be like my dear brother B3, where you talk black but sleep white. That doesn't go together. My grandmother
That's
told me that
crazy.
in 1995 when I was 5 years old. She told me that. She said, "Son, whatever you do, if you say you're gonna take certain stances in life, you need to have a woman that looks like what you say that you love. If you say you love say you love black women, say you love Spanish, or whatever the case may be, that's who you should be with. You can't tell me
No,
that the black woman's a queen and and the woman you choose to have the closest relationship you can have on this planet with is not that same color." So moving on from that, I just say this about that. Definitely, for the most part, a very, very good um, role model. Talks to the kids nice. Other than the little weapon issue that was a misunderstanding, he hasn't done any jail time. And then you got my man Abdul Wahid, who we all can identify with. A dude from the hood. He just grew up poor. And I'll never understand why, because he was poor, short, and light skinned, that makes him so much better than Devin, who's taking on the tough fights. If you ask anybody, the Lamont Roach fight is a shock because we all know Lamont Roach isn't that good. I'm not going to say he's trash. I'm not going to disrespect him in DC, but he's not no Gary Russell. He ain't no. That's is he a Gary Russell Jr.? I don't think so.
well, I answer that, BVO. I just want to say salute to the family in the chat. To answer 2 Cents question, Brian Norman Jr. is been deemed the king of the South, man. Shout out to the homie Bentley in the chat too. Mike Rim, appreciate everybody, all the family that came in.
Yeah, salute to everybody. I just think it's just crazy. And Free, you know what I don't understand, Free? How does this always happen with black fighters? Now we gotta hate each other. Man, you see Pac-Man and Juan Marquez, whatever, kissing like they Magic in Isaiah. But when it comes to black fighters, we gotta be at each other's throat. Why is that, Free?
That's because the black fighters go at each other's throat. That's what happens. You don't see the Mexicans go at each other's throat like that. You don't see the Asians go at each other's throat like that. You don't see the Caucasians do it. It's the black fighters that do it. So that's why it's like that. They go at each other. All the rest of these guys, they don't go at each other like that. It's a little more respectable with other cultures. With our culture, we gotta show that we the hardest. That it is what it is.
100%. And free, the prime example was when Hitchens was in the ring and he had to call Devin and Bill B's and P's, but he don't have that same type of energy when it comes to a Teofimo Lopez. So these dudes' character, you got to kind of check your character when you in social settings, because people are watching your mannerisms, and when you are okay with disrespecting black men and black people, um, we watching you. So these guys got to understand that.
And no matter how we play it, man, I think it's gonna be a terrific fight. And it's something that Free said. I thought he was just giving me some Puerto Rican magic, but he was really right. That in this YouTube community, which is not the biggest, we got guys willing to cut each other's throats over fighters they don't even know. I've been blessed to have probably a 15-word conversation with Tank. And a lot of people will never get that. And one thing I will say is this: everybody I know that's worked with Abdul Wahid, that's had anything to do with him, he takes good care of. Noah Smash. Can't remember, it's another kid I met out there from the Upton gym. He takes very good care of him. Coach Squeeze. He spoiled Squeeze and Calvin like his grandfather, like his father and uncle. So I don't want to push this narrative that Abdul Wahid is not a good guy. He's not my type of fighter. But I mean, we got to stop this. You either got to like one guy or hate the other. We got to stop this, man. That's weird, man. Only blacks do that weirdo stuff, man. Like it's just, it's almost like, y'all remember when Rashad Evans fought Rampage Jackson? And they were saying the craziest stuff you ever heard to each other. I'm like, man, how come we can't just battle and go home? But
Yeah,
enough of that.
USC, they all be disrespectful in USC. If you go USC, they be punching each other. Some of them Russians be knocking each other out at the weigh-ins. They way more disrespectful than black fighters. It just don't get publicized like they do black fighters. But
And guess what?
if we talking about strictly boxing, then yeah, it seems like it's only us doing it. But if you look at the other combat sports, they way disrespectful to brothers for sure.
I'm going to tell you this about combat sports that people don't even understand. Combat sports, we seen two white dudes in the UFC go in the crowd and start beating people up. You remember that, Free? Where they had two bald white dudes in there? I mean, they wrecking
Oh
dudes.
no, I didn't see that.
Oh, I gotta see you the video. I thought it was Farouk and Bradshaw from wrestling back in the day. And
I ain't see that.
You know, you got Keyshawn Davis do something. You know, he's a monkey.
That's
like,
crazy.
What? You know, he gotta be a monkey or this or that. And it's like, did I agree with what he said or what he did? No. But we ain't gotta go that far. I feel like we're going too far. But speaking of going too far, what do you guys think about Jerron Big Baby Miller letting Deontay Wilder know that he's messing with Deontay's former girlfriend, Telly Swift? What do you guys think about that? And showing like receipts of him, I guess, having his way with Telly Swift. I don't know what the big deal is. Jerron's a rich dude.
Wait, you mean Jarrell Miller? You talking about Jarrell?
Jarrell Miller. What do you think about that? What do you guys think about Jarrell using Telly to get at Wilder? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here bragging about getting sloppy seconds. I wouldn't be bragging about it. I mean, if that's what he want to do, so be it.
Straight like that.
I mean, if I'm
he
with
had
a female,
he had her first,
and if that's my lady, that's my lady. I know what I do in the bedroom, and then you sitting here bragging and boasting that you dealing with my ex. I'm looking at you like, if you only knew.
I think what it is he was with her first, and then Deontay wifed her. That's kind of what it was. But go ahead, my
I
bad. I
don't
didn't
know
mean to
what it
interrupt.
is. Now I don't know what it is, but I'm not
That's
sitting
what
here bragging
Jarrell. That's
about.
what Jarrell wanted to say.
Yeah, I
That's
I
how
ain't bragging about that.
Go ahead.
I think. It's all. I mean, I'm just seeing that with social media now. I'm outside on social media. I'm seeing it was another box I seen. He had, slept with some dude girl and kind of put it out there on social media. And that's just something that these guys is doing. That's a way to antagonize their opponent. Dating that girl. We seen Paulie Malignaggi and Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner kind of played that role as well. So I mean, these guys is doing anything to sell fights. I think it's a little bit classless and distasteful, but I mean, to each his own, man. If that's what they want to do, then like you're saying, that's going to be a part of their legacy.
I'm still
Yeah.
laughing about that situation. This man probably was upset. Don't talk about my side piece. Don't talk about my side
Yeah,
piece.
yeah, that was crazy. That was real
I mean,
crazy.
Paulie
You a fool, dog.
was super mad. I'll never forget that.
Was
Big
for sure.
mad.
And
But see, Father was cutting weight.
it always blew my mind when Paulie came out racist later, because I always remember Paulie being a cool guy. That's the part that's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's just how life goes. But other than that, I was going to ask you guys something I was wondering about. Deontay Wilder is talking about taking on David, and I'm just wondering, like, does he know that he's finished,
David
or
who?
is it just
Taking on who?
what's his name?
You talking about Dave
Is it
Allen, the
Dave
White
Allen?
Rhino?
Dave Allen. Yeah, Dave Allen. And if he get in there
Oh,
with
we was
Dave
talking
Allen,
about
Dave Allen,
that.
He better leave.
We talked about that after the fight. We talked about that.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Uh,
might get raped, man. Stay away from Dave Allen.
hey, we'll see.
That dude,
But what I
that
mean, the thing is though, I don't know if Deontay Wilder went after him or if they went after Deontay Wilder, because
Yes.
it's like Deontay Wilder, that's not a big name opponent. He's a guy that's moving up. So he's using you as a gatekeeper. So what if I can get
Mhm.
past Deontay Wilder, then I'm ready for the next level. So I don't know if Deontay Wilder went after him or if they went after Deontay Wilder. I don't know. But it's like this is what I saw happening. I didn't see that Deontay Wilder was going to be fighting for a title or anything like that. I see him at this age, at this stage of his career, they're going to be using him as a gatekeeper. They're going to say, okay, we got a guy that's moving up in the ranks. Let's see if he's ready for the top level opponents. Well, we got to put him in there with somebody that was a top level opponent who's still tough or who still can possibly be trouble for an individual if he takes him lightly. And let's go get Deontay Wilder. We know he's a big puncher. He's a big name. Everybody's going to tune in to see the fight. If he gets past him, then he could be ready for the next level.
yeah, I
Man.
totally agree with that. Go ahead, B.
Yeah.
What you got?
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the Doncaster, De La Hoya, the White Rhino, Dave Allen. I think that's a bad style matchup for Wilder. In this stage, I mean, granted, we all believe Wilder has a devastating right hand, but he hasn't really put it on display in a while. So I do think
Years.
Wilder is off of the top 15 level. I don't think he's there anymore. And I just think a guy like Dave Allen would get over on Wilder right now. In all honesty, he would Wilder would have Dave Allen looking like Agate Kabayel if they fought. We would be thinking Dave Allen was one of the top guys in heavyweight boxing. So I don't think that's a good fight for Wilder.
Yeah, I don't want to
But
see it. I don't want to see that either.
and it's
Oh,
funny
and let me say
because
this, BBO. I forgot to say this. My apologies. Shout out Dave Allen. We know we caught the Johnny Fisher plus 500. So Dave Allen definitely made money with B3 picks this year. Salute.
yeah, Johnny Fisher was on a nice little run till he ran into that big white dude.
Yeah.
The thing that's so funny about boxing, man, it's kind of like dead right now. But the thing I will tell you, when I'm looking at these upcoming fights with Bud Crawford and Canelo, I can honestly say that the first time I ever seen Bud Crawford get little bro was by Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo made it clear, I know you got him picked. I know you got him picked, but I'm going to hurt him. And I'm just wondering what happens, truthfully, in you guys' opinion, you guys are boxing guys like me, what happens if he really goes in there and just hurts Bud Crawford, destroys him? What happens?
Let me just say this real quick. Salute to the Cast Sports in the building. Appreciate you. And then Daniel, salute.
Uncle Cash, the man with the plan, making money behind
If
the
if Canelo goes in, you said what happens if Canelo goes in there and hurt Bud Crawford early?
Yeah.
It could be one or two things. It could be a long night for Bud Crawford, or it could be a short night for Bud Crawford. I mean, I don't know. So I mean, I said I want Bud to win, but my pick is Canelo. I just think it's a big hill that he got to climb. There's a lot of hurdles that he got to overcome to beat a Canelo Alvarez. So I don't know. If he get hurt early in that fight, I think his whole game plan changes. I think he become more of a Caleb Plant in that fight. I don't think he goes back in the fire right away like he normally does. Because I don't remember the last time we saw Bud Crawford hurt. I think the last time that we actually seen him hurt was Gamboa. We seen him get knocked down. They ruled it a slip or whatever have you. But the last time that we actually seen Bud Crawford get hurt was against Gamboa. So I don't know if he's going to step right back into the fire if he gets hurt with a Canelo Alvarez, being though that Canelo Alvarez is the bigger guy in that weight class. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be a whole different game plan if he gets hurt in that fight.
You know, the funny thing about Canelo is that one, Canelo got no business at 168. Ought to tell you how different the weight class is, because if Chad Dawson, if Carl Froch, if Andre Ward were there, you guys honestly think Canelo would be there? What do you guys say to that?
Nah, he'd probably be down at middleweight, bum bashing where nobody at down there.
So you kind of get what I see. And I'm telling you this, maybe it's just me, and three, you can tell me if I'm wrong. Crawford is acting like Berlinga. He talking real tough. He trying to do this pushing stuff with Canelo. And we seen what happened to Berlinga, man. He got flattened. And Canelo played with him. And I just think Bud is such a villain. I think he's gonna bring something out of Canelo. I think Canelo is gonna turn into an evil redhead. And I think he's gonna go in there and burn him up. I really do, man. I thought it wasn't gonna be that way, but he's talking too crazy to Canelo, man.
I think the last time we seen Canelo this upset at a fighter was Caleb Plant. The Berlinga, I don't think he really took Berlinga serious. I think he looked at Berlinga like, okay, this guy hasn't really fought anybody. He's saying this, but I know he don't believe it. He just doing this for the crowd. But the Caleb Plant fight, I think he took that to another level. I think this was the last time that we seen Canelo disannoyed by a fighter. I don't think he's been disannoyed since Caleb Plant. What's going on, TD? What's going on, GD?
Yeah, salute TD, my guy.
Shout out to TD for hanging out with the blacks. I appreciate you, GD. I know you don't do that much, man, but thank you for coming to hang out with the brothers, man. Grab a beer, man, out the cooler, man. I know you don't hang out with the brothers much, but it's all good. But I just think, I don't know. I can't believe this is even a fight, because even when we had Bernie on, and I love Bernie, he was talking like me and CDK and Mark was wrong to think Canelo would hurt him. I don't know what they're seeing, but I don't think pushing on Canelo, talking tough to Canelo, that's not going to work. This ain't Errol Spence. You know what I mean? This is Canelo, the big dumb dada. And let me ask you this: what do you guys think about Canelo trying to play it as if he beats Crawford, that avenges the Floyd win? You guys agree with that?
I don't know. I don't believe that at all.
No, I think Canelo, he saw the reaction that he got for beating Jermell Charlo. Nobody really cared about it. They figured they already knew that was going to happen. So he's like, okay, the only way I can get people more in tune and make it seem like I'm really doing something is by saying, okay, this guy's better than Floyd Mayweather. I mean, that's the only way, because everybody look at it as the same situation. And it might be even worse because he only had one fight at 54. Jermell Charlo spent majority of his career at 54. So it's like he's trying to get some type of validation. If he does go in here and beat Bud Crawford, he want to be validated for beating Bud Crawford. He wanted people to give him the credit that he believes he deserves for beating Bud Crawford.
I agree with that. My only thing is when it comes to especially Canelo, man, I just don't understand what he's getting out of this fight. Alluding to what Bentley is talking about. This fight is stupid. I mean, the
A whole
fight
bunch
that
of
we need.
M's.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Canelo getting a whole bunch of millions and millions of dollars. I mean, that's all he needs to take on a Crawford moving up. Crawford
But
is
why not
daring to be
fight the
great.
pussycat? Why not fight the Mexican pussycat and get
You
him out
talking
of
about
here?
Benavidez?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
soft.
because
Get that soft
Benavidez
dude
is
out.
6'3". I'm not 6'3". He's 6'1". I mean, he's a style. He's a style nightmare. But I mean, you gotta really, and it's gonna be
What did
hard to
Ray
knock
say?
him out.
SOFT soft. He's soft, man.
But
Canelo
That's
hang him up
stupid.
ultimately,
like
ultimately, Al Heyman didn't make that fight happen. I mean, he had Canelo and David Benavidez under contract. He opted to go with the Charlo route. So Canelo, I mean, with all due respect, he better just hope that he fast enough to catch Crawford. Cause I'm thinking over here, if Crawford can slip those wild hooks that Canelo be throwing and get out of the way of them and actually counter Canelo, Canelo gonna have a long night if he, cause Crawford got the foot speed advantage, the hand speed advantage. So if Crawford can get in and out clean, he gonna beat Canelo up.
it's so
Yeah, and
funny when I
Canelo
see
didn't look too good in his last fight. My bad, BBO.
It ain't
no,
like
no,
we
no.
ain't seen other people beat him up before.
Yeah, that's true. But I think Terrence, like, I mean, only thing, I don't know about the fight. I think I'm with BBO. I think it's stupid, but whatever. Here we are. So, here we are. We're gonna watch the fight. Crawford, he has to be real careful what he does. He has to do everything right. Don't stand in front of Canelo too long and just expose him, because Canelo, if Terrence can move with that extra weight on him and move in box, then he can beat him. I think he'll beat him easily, but we have to see how he carries that 68. But Canelo didn't do anything that
He won't get the benefit of the doubt versus Canelo, bro.
Canelo
We
won't
seen
get. He ain't cut the ring off, BBO, at all.
Canelo got the socks beat off of him, and the lady gave it a draw.
Oh,
Canelo
come
got
on,
the
man.
socks. He laying there with no socks on, and she said it was a draw.
But see, but what
So
you, what you gotta understand, talk Crawford is on even terms in the sense that he's really Turkey's guy. So I
on what
think if
on
he's
what planet, man?
outlanding
Are
Canelo,
you on
hold
drugs? You getting drug tests?
on the planet that Turkey, listen, on the planet that Turkey
That's
wants the
his man's.
trilogy. The trilogy happens, or at least a rematch happens if Crawford wins. And if he wins easy, come on now, then Crawford definitely gonna take the rematch. How much he gonna get paid for the rematch? 250 million.
He only
So
making
come
Yeah,
50
on, bro.
yeah,
million, man.
GD,
They
CJ
It's
lied. He
still
Ross.
only
it's
making
still
50 million.
business. We
GD, you
seen we
absolutely
seen
right.
William Skull
CJ Ross,
five.
horrible.
One judge gave William Skull 5 rounds versus Canelo, and he really wasn't throwing punches, landing, or we don't even believe he was really trying to win. So imagine a slick Crawford in there catching Canelo, keeping his distance, hitting him with the jab. I mean,
Hey,
as long as that's what I'm saying. As long as
there
he
ain't
not
gonna be
getting
no
hit with big
it ain't gonna be no
shots,
distance.
But that's what I'm
Ain't gonna
saying,
be
Melvin
Free. I
Harris
mean,
said
well,
it ain't gonna be no rematch
you
because
think,
Bud going to sleep. Damn.
Man,
Shout out to
y'all see
you.
them y'all see them daggone rings that daggone Turkey putting out there. It ain't gonna be no distance. You're gonna
Yeah,
take
them,
two
that
I
steps,
ain't
you're
pack
seen
and
gonna
by
be on
play.
the rope.
anything.
Yeah,
But
that
I
pack and play.
don't know if he agreed to that. I don't know if I think I heard Canelo put it out there that he want the small ring, but I'm not sure if they agreed to it. So we'll see.
It ain't a matter of
I heard
it ain't a matter of
the
what
fight not
Canelo put
even
out there. It's a
signed.
matter of what
That's the,
Turkey put out there.
the part that
Yeah.
got me. The fight's not officially signed, so I don't even know what's going on.
I thought
I
they had the
mean,
venue book.
They don't
I thought that
I thought we did
uh,
this the other day, didn't we? Then they had the venue book.
so they was doing
no,
they
yeah.
was doing all these press conferences and a fight not signed.
Hey, it's signed. It's
No,
got to
what
be
they
fight,
signed.
saying is the legally
it's
like
on
what they
term
do
sheet.
is the
It's on term. It's
contract.
not legal.
Yes,
But
exactly.
Really
Exactly.
they
interesting.
100%. You
signed the
right,
term
D.
sheet. Whenever you whenever you want to look up a boxing contract, they got an app you can put it in. It'll show you the contract. The contract's not signed. They got a term sheet signed.
Mm.
So at any moment they could be like, "Hey, this ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen." And I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's going on with Turkey, man, because I don't think he got the money he say he got, man. I just don't.
He
Because this
definitely
fight is
does.
not
Yeah.
in this fight is not in Riyadh like it should be. So it kind of got me nervous.
It's at
Because
Allegiant Stadium. It's the first mega boxing card at Allegiant Stadium. So I don't
Hmm.
even know what you mean by that. So obviously he intends to get a high draw from it. But Turkey and them, they definitely got that money.
they
And
didn't come and
I
see
said y'all
Madrimov
what
with
you say?
Eminem on it. See,
Huh?
I said
Right.
what they didn't come to see Eminem. And Eminem tour maybe every 7 years.
Yo, you
Yeah,
crazy. You
that's
a
because
So
goofy.
nobody knew what Moth was. But I know you're gonna discredit the
Man.
black man, saying he ain't got no money, acting like he ain't with the prince of Saudi
I
with the
heard
oil
I
bread.
heard my man
Come
Uncle
on.
Bob, Grandpa Bob say he can build a house from scratch in LA, in Hollywood, better yet, with all the money he lost. He said from scratch.
And then
That was
he said
crazy.
all that. He said all that, and Turkey gave Crawford. He probably give Crawford probably 9 figures.
Mm.
And he
So
lost
it's not.
$10 million on the event.
And
Crawford
he
got
said
10 million
and
for
he said he
BLK
almost
Proud.
lost his life. He almost lost his life, so he just loved the sport. He just want to make the best fights. So the money is not an
Oh,
object to him. He's giving Usyk the equivalent of 5 billion Ukrainian dollars. So Usyk will pretty much be the richest man in Ukraine. So this
Ukraine
man,
money,
he don't care about the
Ukraine
money.
money is toilet paper, dog,
What
right
I'm
now.
telling you is he's paying Usyk 92 million for a rematch that nobody wants. You see
Against
what I'm
who?
saying? Exactly. You don't even know. The
Against the
But
fight's
what do
coming
you
up.
mean?
It's
but
Against
coming
the
up this month.
Grenadian champ. Against the future Grenadian champ. The
Yeah,
first
man.
Grenadian champion,
Triple
motherfucker.
D. Daniel
There you
Dubois.
go. There
this
you
the
go.
thing that got me. This the thing I'm saying. So
Mr. Low Blow.
Bud
Mr.
Crawford's from
Beltline.
he's from the Midwest, right? Why wouldn't you have Eminem in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena? Why would you bring him all the way to LA, bro? It's too much to do in
Because
LA.
because your because of your people, ain't this a Mexican channel? It's because that they wanted to be Isak Pitbull Cruz, Andy Cruz, all them was on the undercard. So they thought that they was gonna have a whole bunch of Hispanics come out and support the event. Did that happen? Or did they give away tickets?
Hey, all I
So
can
that
tell
was
you
their
is this.
market. He
Mm.
gave you Andy Cruz, he gave you Gerald Miller versus Andy Cruz, gave you Pitbull in a championship versus Rayo, two Mexicans. So, but then we gonna blame Turkey, the black man. Okay.
That's wild.
No, we blame Bud and sell water and fight. That's what it is. He could be the only man on earth with cold water and we all in the desert, he wouldn't be able to sell one glass. That's what it's shown. You don't you
I
all the
think
great
that's cat.
fighters come from Bob Arum, dog. Every
I
great
mean,
fighter you ever thought of in modern day time has come from Bob Arum. You think Bob Arum is lying? Say he lost all that money? Man, he lost all that money with Bud.
Man, Bob, and
I
no,
mean,
and then hold on, time out. I gotta say this: Crawford sold out a stadium in Omaha, so we not gonna act like he can't put butts in seats because he's done that. Now, if you talking about
well,
paper
that's
new
20
revenue,
people.
we understand.
Omaha got 20 people, dog. What are you
Man, he
talking
put
about?
19K people in there. You need to stop playing.
When?
Yeah, yeah.
20 people.
Let's
Against
start.
Hold
Avenesian.
on. Hold on. We not gonna act
Oh, the ticket
like
that was on Groupon.
Cleveland.
Okay, the tickets that
We
was
not
on
gonna act
Groupon.
like Aries. We not
Did
gonna
the man
act
get
like
paid 10 million?
hold on, Marky, hold on. We not gonna act like Aries Spears didn't call Cleveland the America's Wrexham.
Yeah,
We
that's
not gonna act
crazy.
like that didn't happen.
That was
Hey,
crazy.
So let's not get
D3.
disrespectful.
Let me
That's
ask you
out of
this,
control.
D3. And we're not even worried about Aries Spears because we love Aries Spears. The thing is, his eyes are so swollen he didn't know where he was at. He probably was in Virginia and thought he was in Cleveland. No, he's probably in Virginia, man. But no matter how it
No,
goes,
we
all I'm
got
saying,
we actually we got good white women here. Y'all got them white women with dirty feet that just walk around barefoot.
That's
That's
wild.
crazy. Wow.
you know, shout out to my man B3 for having all the girls from Renner Center, all the girls from Aaron's, all the
He
girls from
said
Eagle Rental,
Aaron's.
all the
That's
rent to own
crazy.
places
this
on his.
nigga said from Renter
Aaron's.
Center.
No, Aaron's. That's crazy.
Shout out
Y'all
to all the
tripping.
Renner Center queens that love my man B3. But I'm gonna ask you guys this, and I want to hear this from you, B3. Where in the
Leo.
world are we going to see Emiliano Vargas versus Gary Antoine? Why can't we get that fight?
Well, let me say, start here. He needs to start with Nahir Albright. Nahir Albright won a version of a WBA title against Kelvin Davis. So because that was
Oh,
on the ESPN card, let Emiliano fight Nahir Albright. If he can get past Nahir Albright, then he can get up there and maybe possibly challenge Gary
man.
Antoine. He,
I
Tell
mean,
me,
it's
if
levels
y'all
to
want,
it.
I mean,
give me,
if y'all want Gary Antoine to beat both of them in the same night, it don't make a difference. Ain't neither one of them that good.
hey,
I mean, but
we
if you want
stopping
a million
Gary
Vargas go up
Antoine.
there and get taken under, that's fine. I mean, he gonna literally realize 140 is not the division he should be at.
You don't think Emiliano Vargas got a puncher's chance, D Leo?
No,
Not against
Damn.
Gary
Against
Antoine?
Wow.
No.
Antoine?
no,
No.
Oh
no,
no, not even
He gets
close.
he gets he gets he gets dog walked in that fight. That's not, he's
no.
not ready for
The
that
man,
yet.
Yeah,
the man,
okay.
Emiliano Vargas is not a big puncher. He overwhelms
Mhm.
his opponent. He's not no big puncher.
Right.
Man,
That
he's been
man's
punching the
accumulation of
crap out of
punches.
people
He's
for
I mean, I
accumulation of
seen
years.
punches.
I seen him put some people
Yeah, Gary
to
will
bed.
walk
Like
down and
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
hurt
saw
seen him put really
Emiliano.
put some people down.
what fight you saw him knock somebody out with one punch?
He beat that
It's a
old man
couple
up like
fights.
that.
Yeah,
No, he
couple
didn't.
of
No,
It
boxing
was
he
old
did get
men.
a cab driver. He did get a cab driver free. I seen it. But let me ask y'all this, right? I'm gonna ask y'all this question. Emiliano Kelvin Davis right now. Started off BVO.
Oh, we putting him to bed. Sleep.
Marky Dan.
um, I got Emiliano in that fight. I going with Emiliano.
Free.
Leo.
I got it being a draw.
Draw. Okay. Prize.
I got Emiliano. I think he can. I don't think Kelvin
I
Davis is
think
No,
very
Kelvin
good.
got a glass
Okay.
jaw too.
All right. Salute to the family. Dub not in the building tonight. You know, he just came off his birthday. We wishing him well, dealing with family. All right, got one more for y'all. Emiliano Nahir Albright. Started off BVO.
Stoppage.
Marky.
I got Nair Albright.
Free.
Ah,
I got Albright.
Prize.
Say it again. I had my phone rang.
Albright versus
Emiliano
Million
Nahir
Vargas. Who you
Albright.
got?
I'm going with my man from the Philly Albright. Philly trainer.
Mm. There y'all have it. ESPN top rank. Brad Bruce,
And BVO
the
said
people that
that
Yeah,
spoke.
y'all
They
might
don't
want to
I mean
think
stop
he
it.
can get over now here. They
that
don't
would be
think
a
y'all
good
can do it.
a good step up fight
ain't gonna
for
lie to
Emilion
you,
Vargas.
man.
That's a good step up fight.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's a
saying.
Emiliano
good
That's what I'm
step
trying
up
to
fight.
push.
Emiliano Vargas really hurt Lee Albright, man. I think it's
So
crazy y'all saying that.
I don't think
hold
so.
up. You think Emilion Vargas can beat Keyshawn Davis?
Mm.
Not right now. Not
I mean,
right
Albright
now.
gave Keyshawn Davis all he can handle.
Mm-hmm.
It's
He gave
50-50.
Keon all he can handle.
And
Nah,
I mean,
Keyshawn.
that was his toughest fight to date. Keyshawn won that fight, but that was his toughest fight to
It's pretty
date.
tough, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
fact,
mean, those Philly fighters are dirty. I mean, you give them
No,
credit for because they dirty in Philly.
get out of here.
bro.
That's what they
I
do.
mean, yeah, Emiliano needs to stop abusing his own man. He's beating up a lot of Hispanics right now. I go down his resume. He has no blacks on his resume. He's over there hanging out with Tiafimo. They were working out, they training, but they're not fighting no blacks. I'm concerned.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Um,
I don't know.
hold on 1 second, GD. Hold on 1 second, GD. I'm looking something up because I'm glad you said that. I'm looking something up. You go ahead, BBO. You go ahead.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying. I'm just
brother GD, brother GD said. Speaking of Top Rank, what they're going to do now? The ESPN parting ways. Basically, so that was the question that he has for the
They're gonna
chat.
work. They still got a good relationship with Prime. They do a lot of events with Prime in Japan. Where Inoue, Junto, Brian Norman just went over there to Japan. So, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't. I really wish ESPN. It just seems like they're not gonna get out of the sport, but I mean, I think Top Rank and Bob gonna land on their feet. They got enough champions. They can work
yeah.
out a deal with the zone if they really want to, but I think they'll do more so a deal with Prime
So,
and do big events with like
so
Netflix.
from what
Netflix look like they put money in the boxing.
from what I'm seeing, they're in preliminary talks with Netflix and Warner Bros. So we're probably gonna see them over there
Yeah,
next.
Hey,
So
y'all,
see that.
boxing has completely moved over to the streaming apps. Like
y'all do know
network,
Wow.
that y'all do
not
know
network cable
that
is dead.
Mm.
Marvin, but y'all do know the fight that y'all will be that BVO and them going to see on July 26th. That's a top right. I mean, that's an ESPN fight. That's going to be on
Yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where
July
which
26th.
fight?
That's supposed to be the last one. Uh,
Which
Hey,
fight?
if it is,
Xander Zayas versus Jorge Perez,
Okay.
Yeah.
the championship
Yeah,
fight, the
it said
154 WBO championship.
so the info I'm saying it says Top Rank is set to end its 8-year broadcast partnership with ESPN in August of 2025 and is
Hmm.
actively exploring new media deals. And it says they're in preliminary, like I said, they're in preliminary talks with Netflix and Warner Bros. So,
Hmm.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I said, I think this is a good thing. Boxing is in its transition stage. This is always happened. We went from word of mouth to newspapers to radios to TV to closed circuit to pay per view. So it's just a new age. I ain't got no problem with it.
Hey, real quick. They haven't made an announcement on the Tank Davis fight, but I'm looking on here. They got Tank Davis September 16th. I mean, I said September, August 16th, Saturday, Amazon Prime pay-per-view, and they got the fight card on there. So
Mm.
the fight is done, and they got
They're
it
gonna
up
it
do a
just
there.
might
good
They just
promotion.
they just
fall.
haven't announced it.
But I'm gonna
Uh
ask you guys this: what do you guys think about the WBA being the first sanctioning body to have integrity and finally rank Jake Paul top 15? What do you guys
Get
think?
out of here.
Who did it?
We talk about the
Trash. The
WBA. They made it number
WBA is
14.
the least
Man, the
has the
W.
least integrity
Yeah,
of all those belts. Like, are you kidding me?
one
Like
hundred
literally,
percent.
remember after they robbed what's his name,
Barroso.
Mikhail Fox up there in Minnesota? They said they would
Oh
get
yeah,
rid of the regular belts. And then after a
yeah.
while we forgot about it and they kept it around.
Hmm.
Like they are the most corrupt organization I have ever
They're
seen.
not.
They
They're
remember
not
that?
ever getting. They're not ever
Go ahead,
getting
go
rid
ahead.
of the. They're not ever getting rid of the regular belt. They're getting rid of the super. They're not getting rid of the regular. They're getting rid of the super. That's what they're supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be getting rid of the super because the regular is the one that fights the mandatory. Super don't fight no mandatory. They're supposed to be getting rid of the super. But my thing is, if you're going to complain about the WBA, you got to complain about the WBC. They got more belts than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Man, every
Yeah,
time I turn around, they got a new belt.
They had a slave belt one time with shackles on it. I thought,
Yeah.
you a nut for bringing that up.
man, why
But
not?
They definitely gonna try to slide in on this Devin fight. Devin Norman fight. They probably gonna put like a
Man.
black pride or something. They gonna make them unified or something, man.
no, they
It's
not. Not
out.
when they got
any
Manny
big fight,
Pacquiao
any big
fighting for
money
the
fight,
belt.
For the WBC. They not fighting for the
man.
WBC. They
If you
fighting for the
call,
WBO.
if you man, they what's that belt that Blair Flair, Adrian Broner fought for?
That was a
I don't
silver
know. The
That was the
championship.
truckers
that that was
union.
that was the WBA. Oh, what? No, that was
That
the
was that was
WBC.
WBC
That was
silver. That was WBC
that was
silver.
WBC.
Man, that was the TGB belt.
Yeah, but they fighting. Brian Norman got the WBO belt. They ain't got nothing to do with the WBC.
I think he was
True.
saying
No,
it
I was
might make
just
some.
saying that they'll make some money if they can. That's all I'm saying. But I know they probably won't be involved because both of the teams already got to pay sanctioning fees to the WBO.
Yeah,
But
and
I
one
know
thing about
Turkey trying to
sanctioning
get Turkey.
phase,
Turkey got his own belt too, though.
Facts.
you see that belt that he giving the winner of Bud and Canelo. The belt worth like 180 grand and it's free. I'm like, dang,
I ain't
I
see
might
that
care
Johnson,
belt.
about that.
they
Cause it's
That's
using
just a
another
real
belt that
gold on that belt.
that's just
it's
a
another
trophy.
belt they didn't add on them. They didn't added another belt to the daggone boxing community.
Just a
Another belt.
Green
trophy.
Magazine belt. It's been around for 100 years, man.
I mean, yeah, this would be like a collector's item.
It's just a
Yeah,
Price at
trophy.
188 thousand
I don't
dollars.
care
That's
nothing about
crazy.
none of these daggone belts.
It's made of 100% pure gold. That's, I mean, I guess free.
I
I'm
don't
just
care.
saying. I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
care. All I care about is the fights. I don't care about none of these daggone belts. I just care about the fight.
I
Let me see
mean,
the best
yeah,
fight.
yeah, that's you. That's you, old man. Free. I mean, we
Yeah.
care though. We care.
I didn't say
Nello
y'all didn't. I
said
said I don't care.
a hundred. 180,000 can't feed Canelo's stable for a week. Like this
but
dude,
but be honest though, B3, a lot of the belts is like 3,500 to 4,000. Like when you
yes, I
like
mean
I
that's a
had
big deal.
in this in
But
like in this
only
area they
no,
had
BB. The only reason I said that is to say all he's gonna do is put it up on the mantle. Most of us
Man, I
would get the cash
I
for it, would
got
be
all them belts.
behind the
Man, I'm
scenes. They'd be
heading to the
like, "Hey, Turkey,
auction.
let me get that 180." You know what I'm saying? You can
Man,
keep your belt.
I got all those belts right now. I got all of them right now.
I'm heading to the auction, and we starting at 180.
I got all the belts right
Right.
now.
And he
you
said
know
he's
what's
starting.
funny? They had
I'm starting at 180.
they had Tim Weatherspoon's WBC belt for sale in Cleveland, and I hate that I didn't get it, man. I hate that I
Mm.
How
didn't get
much
it
did
because
it
I
go
would have got
for?
it. It only went for like 5,000, 6,000.
I mean, that's a lot of money,
But
though. I mean, to get one to
no, that's
have
what I'm
to,
saying. It's like a nice chain. They cost like a nice chain. But
Yeah.
what I'm saying
yeah.
is,
Man, you
I
go to
would
Amazon and buy all them daggone belts. Get a
those is
whole
fake ones. You
package
talking
deal
about
for
the real gold?
$300.
Yeah, you talking about the fake one. We talking about the real one that the fighters for. But
Yeah.
This joint,
I would have
this
bought
joint
it
say,
and I could have gave it to him. That would have been dope. Now that I know him, who knew I would have
"Hey,
actually known
you,
him, man? I would
you
have gave him that
you
belt
saw
back
what
for free.
happened. You saw what happened when Keyshawn was showing off his belt. A diamond popped out. He was like, "Man, a diamond popped out my belt. Man, I gotta get my money. I gotta get them to fix this. They gotta give me a new belt."
Yeah, you know what's funny about Keyshawn? I really hate that he ducked my man. What's the dude's name? De Los Santos like that. I feel like that's a duck, man. He should have made that fight happen, man.
Nah, I
He should
think
have
De
made
Los
that.
Santos also ducked because I mean at the end of the day he went there to get 330,000, but he only left with I guess
He,
165, and
he
then
didn't
whatever
duck.
his team
Yeah,
took from that.
For him to leave,
That
Duh.
man,
that sounds like a good time to
Duh.
not have to put no
that
labor in.
man ain't
But let
done.
me say this. Let me
That
say
man
this,
was that
prize.
man.
If
That
you
man
was,
was
let me
told
just
he
say
was
this,
getting
y'all,
all of the money. He was told he was getting all the money, and he was
and
like,
they
"Well, I'm
capped
getting
to
all
him.
the money, and ain't
Exactly.
nobody fighting."
Oh, so they
And that's
lied
not
to
the
him,
first.
free.
And that's not the first
Yeah,
time
they
they
I didn't
did
lied
know
to
that
that.
him.
to
I
him.
didn't know that they lied to him. I didn't know that they lied to him. I
That's
thought
why he's
because
that's
what
why he's not with his manager no more. His manager gave him the wrong number. He thought he was getting all his money. Come to find out, no, they was only giving him half. And he said,
that's
"Man, you told me
crazy.
they was giving me all
No,
my
he
money.
got less than half. Free. He got 160.
Whatever
He's supposed
it
to get
is,
Hey,
but
you
five
know,
hundred
you
thousand.
know what I
whatever
will
it
say?
was, he
Let me
was
say this
told that
real
he was
quick.
getting all of it.
Let me say this real
Wow.
quick. PD, we don't want Wilder. We want what's my name? What's my man's name? Is it Zordo? That's what we want. We want Zordo. That's
Yeah.
what we
I
want.
wouldn't
Jake
mind
Paul.
Man,
seeing Jake
nah.
Paul versus
Forget
Wilder. I
Zordo.
think that's the
Put
one
him in
dude
there with
Wilder could
Ja
beat.
Opatai. Forget Zordo. Put him in there with Ja Opatai. Put him in there with
Nah,
that.
Oh, he
I
ready
actually
for
want to see that Wilder
That
fight.
trying to
I
get
think
his
that's the
head
one
cracked.
dude Wilder could still put to sleep.
No, put
And
Jake
get
who?
Paul in there with Ja Opatai. The
come
man want to
on, free. I
claim.
mean, that's
We
just
want
No,
Zordo. We
inhumane.
want Zordo next. We
I
want
want to
Zordo
see the
next.
best versus the. Y'all want to claim that he the best. I want to see him fight the best.
I ain't
Put him in
say
there
he
with
was the
Ja
best.
Opatai.
Free trying to get
You
Who
his
said
think
head
he was
John
the
cracked.
better than
best? I ain't
Zordo?
say that. That guy's a bum.
Yes, yes.
He beats up on basketball
No,
players and
I
old
put it
men.
this
He's
way,
a
PBO.
bum.
I put it this way, PBO. I give you my whole setup I got right here if Zordo beats Ja Opatai.
Oh yeah. It's no way. Jao Patel, would beat the sleeves off of
Ja
Zerto.
Opatai is putting Zordo to sleep. You thought Bivol beat him bad. Man,
Yeah.
Ja Opatai is putting him to sleep.
I was about to say Bivol beat him up pretty good.
Yeah, Zordo. Hey, Zordo look a lot better at cruiserweight than he did before. That's what I wanted to see
Not
fight
last
Devin
week he
Haney.
didn't.
No, not last week. No.
Not last week. That man was in that joint
Fighting
fighting
for his
life and
life.
death with this dude.
He's in there fighting
Yeah,
for his
he was
life,
fighting
man.
for his life. Yeah,
I never really
I
had that
got
much
it.
confidence in Zerto anyway. He just
Yeah,
big
he
and
always been trash to me.
Zordo is
I
a
ain't say he's
blown up
trash, but
Jaime
he's just not.
McGill.
He's just
He a
okay.
Man, he
blown
a
up
B
Jaime
plus
McGill.
fighter at best.
That
That's
man
being
I'm
is a
He a
sorry.
generous.
what?
blown up. He's a blown up Jaime McGill. That's what he is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Thanks.
Yeah, you couple.
That's all he is. He's a blown up Jaime McGill.
I
They
remember
built
he came in that
Oscar
ring
built
as
his
a
resume up,
heavyweight.
I'm gonna say
made
this.
it
I
look
don't
like
know.
he was a dude. And he wasn't.
Jaime is a little. I put a little more respect on Zerto name. Zerto actually became world champion. He got a pretty
So
decent
did Jaime.
resume.
So did
Jaime,
Jaime.
who did he beat for his title again?
I don't
Saddam
know.
Ali.
I don't
Yeah,
know who it
Saddam
was. I
Ali.
bet
Yeah,
he was
that's
a
the
Overtime
dude
is
that
he
good.
beat
was a world
Crawford and
title
Overtime is
holder.
amateurs to go to the
Let me
Only
ask
Olympics.
you
thing
guys
is
this.
that
You,
nobody ever
hold on.
heard Zerto
Hold
like
on.
that, man.
Let me ask y'all this. If we go in there and stop Zordo, what would that do for Jake Paul?
That would actually
Who
give
is
him some
Zerto?
credibility.
That would do something good for Jake Paul if he goes in there and he stops Zordo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd give him credit.
That'll do
You don't
good
think
for
we
Jake
could get a
Paul. I
decision
don't
over overtime?
He ain't
I don't
never
I
even
don't
been
I,
10
Man,
rounds.
don't
How
what
many
No,
rounds
bro.
he been?
man.
He never been 12
Jao
rounds.
Patel would beat the pockets off
yeah,
of Jake
I
Paul.
think
Are
I
you
think I
kidding
think
me?
Zordo beat Jake Paul as well. But if Jake Paul was to pull off the upset and beat Zordo, that would do well with for Jake Paul. But ain't none of them dudes beating Jao Obata. You can might
I'm
as well
gonna.
say the whole cruiserweight division is going to lose to Jao Obata. Ain't none of them
Yeah.
beating him.
Yeah.
I mean,
If
I
Jake was
don't know.
smart,
Ja,
if
he's
Jake was
really
smart,
skilled, really talented, but he's showing the time to be chinny, and he leave himself out there
mm-mm,
sometimes. So
Who you
I
said,
mm-mm.
don't know.
Monkey? Who you said?
Jai Overtime.
Oh yeah.
You seen
Yeah.
him in his last fight?
If I was Jake Paul, I would fight Antonio Magic Man Tarver. That'll be my next fight.
That's crazy.
Like Tarver come back and knock him out though. That's a bad thing. That's crazy. I
Matter of
wouldn't mess
fact,
with Tarver.
hold up, Jake Paul like fighting the old guys. How about he get in there with Badu Jack? He like fighting old guys. Get in there with Badu
No,
Jack.
Well,
that's
Jack
too
will
tough of
whoop
a
him.
fight. I'm gonna tell y'all what they should
Hard. He
do.
look good.
He should move the Bridgerweight. Jake Paul should fight it like 225,
I think
220, or
they
whatever.
got
That's
rid of
where he fought
Bridgerweight.
Mike. Nah, they'll bring a belt back. I think it's still a WBC one, I believe. But
See
yeah,
what
he
I'm
need to
saying?
fight a
WBC
Bridgerweight,
got so
man.
many daggone belts. WBC, the only
No, they
people
don't
that
have.
got
They don't have
they're the only one that
Bridgeweight
got
no
a
more.
belt at that division.
Yeah, they don't. They took it away. They're not doing that no more. That was something they was gonna do for Wilder. But either way
Right.
it go, man, we want John Overtime. We want we want Zerto. We want them all, man.
He
So-
don't want no Jao Batai. You did not hear him say he want Jao Batai.
Man,
I heard him say
he'll
line 'em
fight
up.
Clarissa Shields before he fight Jai Opataya.
That's wild.
Respectfully.
Larissa
That's
Shields
why.
don't want no work. She don't want no work.
That is crazy.
I mean, ask her. She'll probably tell you she would beat the hell out of Jake Paul. Clarissa would absolutely say that on camera. And
Yeah,
probably
Pretty
sign a
crazy.
contract.
If
I'm
he
not trying to
stopped,
see nothing like that.
I'm
if he
not trying to
stopped
see it
the
either, but you
greatest
know how
woman
that
of all
woman's mouth
time,
work, Prize.
you got to put him in the Hall of Fame if he did that.
If he did what?
If he beat Clarissa Shields, he got to go to the Hall of Fame, dog.
He trying to make it sound like dude like Andy Kaufman, where he was only wrestling women that one time.
You a
That's a little old
goofball,
school.
man.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's
Andy
crazy.
Kaufman.
Hey, at this point, that's the only way I feel like they're gonna make money together is if they fight each other. Because they can't work,
Yeah.
they can't work out a business agreement at all.
Yeah, you know, she wanted to let somebody else get all that money. Shout out to Clarissa
I mean,
Shields.
at this point, I mean,
There.
she ain't gonna be fighting too much longer anyway. It ain't nobody at heavyweight for her to fight. It's only 26 people there. Literally, it's only 26 women heavyweight fighters. She ain't gonna be fighting there too long. She about to retire.
I mean, get the
Yeah.
tournaments going.
I think she'll move down.
Move down
Why
for
won't
what?
she go down to 54 or 47?
That's
I
crazy.
mean, you
Why?
can always get
For
the
the
Why?
Sarah
bread.
Marshall
Why?
rematch. You can
For
always
the
go
Why?
bread.
back over
She
the card.
already. Why?
Bills
She
ain't
already
stopping.
conquered the division. She already
Yeah.
conquered the division.
She only
Why?
30. That's all I'm saying is her bills ain't stopping. She
She
gonna
got
keep
Her
good. She
bills
doing
got
them
ain't
stuff
bills.
going on.
Steadily going.
Yeah. Do you think that she only making money in the sport of boxing?
Yeah, yes.
I ain't
I
heard
think
I never
She
Clarissa
seen
talk
got
no
about no
numbers.
movies.
retirement.
She
I don't know
got
how
she
y'all.
that
got
just
an
because
Amazon
you
I don't know
didn't
why
Prime
hear
y'all
it,
show
trying
just
to
on
because you
retire
E3.
the
didn't hear it
GOAT.
doesn't mean nothing. Just because
She
you
got
didn't
an
hear it.
Amazon Prime show
Y'all
on E3.
ain't nobody tried to retire Tank, and he talking about retirement, but we're gonna retire the GOAT. Okay.
Man,
I'm
get
trying to.
Tank
Tank
up.
said he don't
I'm
want
Are
to
trying
you
to
crazy?
retire.
Don't
I'm
even
trying to
say his
retire.
name next to Clarissa Shields.
I'm trying to retire Deontay Wilder right now. Y'all wanted him to keep fighting.
Well, he want to
Hey,
keep
I
fighting,
want
Free, not us.
that Jarrell hit his wife. He definitely can't
Actually, I can
retire.
say this, Free. After seeing that, when I was
That was
out at the
crazy.
bar, man, I said, man, Wilder's finished. Wilder's finished.
Shout out OG Crush.
It was that was the worst performance I ever seen. That was horrible.
Yeah.
And then I could say that it looked fixed. How you weigh the fight off and he
Stop.
throw a wild hook that didn't even land?
The
Like,
dude wasn't punching. The dude wasn't doing nothing but running.
it don't matter what he was doing. If that was anybody else, they would have flattened him. It's
AJ
just
gonna
that
try to
simple,
pick
bro.
Wilder off now.
Hey,
And
I wouldn't mind it.
AJ watched too. Hey,
That's what I
AJ will
said.
stop the
Wilder
Wilder
still
did
knock
that
him out.
now.
That's
For
his.
what?
What
I
y'all think
think
about AJ
AJ
versus
would.
Anderson? Y'all think that's a better fight than AJ versus Wilder? Or
Yeah.
what's more
We
tougher for
What,
stopped
AJ?
AJ
Anderson.
versus Anderson?
Yeah, big baby.
I think
Yeah,
he'd
we
stop
stopped.
Yeah.
Jared.
Okay.
But we stopping Wilder, man.
I
And I
think. I
love
think he
Wilder.
stops. Big Baby.
Big baby.
Big
Yep.
Baby Anderson, man, y'all gotta really get this brother. That brother can really box, man.
Yeah,
I
he
think he
cool,
in the
but
But
he
he
wrong
don't
weight
cries.
want
I
to
class.
don't
box.
trust
That's the
nobody that
problem.
cry. I don't trust any
Yeah.
I
man.
think he need to lose some weight and go down to cruiserweight, but that's just me.
I agree because I don't think he's doing nothing up there fighting those heavyweights. He doesn't have the style where he can move for all 12 rounds. He's not
He go
really
to.
that talented at evading.
Hey,
He pulls
I'm gonna
straight
tell
back
you
from
right now.
punches.
I'm gonna
Like
tell you right now. He go to cruiserweight. He gonna get flatline going against Jai Obata.
I
You
don't
don't think
know,
he'll
Free.
beat John Overtime at cruiserweight?
No.
I want Benavidez at cruiserweight.
Man, Bibble's gonna smash Benavidez. Just wait. He gonna put his hands on Benavidez.
That's
Just
crazy.
wait.
Nah,
He
that's who's
might.
gonna beat
He
Bibble up.
might not.
I
We
don't
don't.
think he's
For
gonna
one,
put
Right.
his
we
hands
don't
on.
even know. We don't even know if Bibble is going to take the fight.
Right.
So he'll fight, but Terbiab won't fight Benavidez. Stop.
No, old man.
I,
That's what they tell me.
did he? Did he fight him?
Age matter, right?
You talking about the old man who
did
was
he
beating
fight?
everybody up?
Did he fight? Did he fight David Benavidez, or did he drop the belt?
Until he
He dropped
fought
the
his
belt.
understudy. Yeah, he definitely
He dropped
dropped the
the
belt.
belt.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
The Benavidez picked
dropped
that belt up.
No,
Yeah.
they gave it to him. They gave it to him.
Oh, did he test positive again, or he kept the belt?
They gave it to him. The man was
Oh.
he was the mandatory. They gave it to him.
No dirty piss.
If he wouldn't have tested positive, we would have got that Canelo fight. I'm telling you.
Nah, Canelo would have. He would
No,
have
if
made his
he
own belt. He
hold
would have
on,
worked
hold
with
on,
Al to make his own belt.
hold up. How would he have got the Canelo fight when Canelo could have just went to the division to fight him? Canelo skipped over the division to fight at 75, and then he lost the belt on the scales, and Canelo came down to get the belt.
Mm-hmm.
He could have just fought David Benavidez.
I've never understood what Canelo's. He had 3 belts, and he didn't fight Boo Boo and be undisputed at 160.
No, he didn't fight David Benavidez. He skipped over the weight class. He went from 160.
I'm saying
He went from 160 to 175. As soon as David dropped the belt, he went right down and got that belt first.
Only thing I will say about Canelo is that he not discriminatory. He'll duck blacks and Mexicans.
That's true.
Hey, I hope you feel good about saying something stupid like that, but it's all right. But on that note, man, I'm not sure if my man Dub was coming on tonight, but it's your boy BVO Boxing.
No, he's not gonna come on.
Okay, it's your boy Prize. It's your boy D.
Hold on. BVO, before you close it, I know you gotta go, but you're not gonna talk about Virgil and Boots? I mean, that's another one of your compadres.
Who? Boots?
Yeah, they're supposed to be lining that up for November.
I believe it when I see it because I got a feeling.
From what B. Norman said, B. Norman Sr. said they said they're supposed to be on the undercard.
That would be great. That would be great. I could see Boots going to sleep.
Turkey showing off.
Round 6.
Boots stopping Virgil round 6.
No, Virgil stopping.
Boots gonna stop him. Boots gonna stop him to the body.
I got $100.
I got a 20 on it.
You got $100 what?
They talking about
Virgil Boots.
Virgil Boots.
I know what you're talking about. I'm asking what the bet is. You got $100 what?
That Virgil wins.
Nah, I don't think so.
I know. I'm gonna try to get a couple.
I thought you was going to bet $100 that Virgil was going to stop him.
No, I ain't gonna bet they stop me. I don't want to control what he do. You know, I see how you trying to do Free. You see Free with his Puerto Rican tricks. It won't work on me.
Hey, who you think got the better corner, BVO? Boots or Virgil?
I didn't even know Boots had a corner. Shout out to
No, stop.
Robert Garcia, former champion.
Just stop.
I mean, you know what? You know what would be nice? It'd be nice if Virgil go to Philly and step on Boots in Philly, man. Oh, I would love to see YSM's face, man. I would drive to see that fight. I'll drive the 9 hours.
You're gonna drive and be salty when you get here.
I could just see Boots on the ground with Virgil's work boots right in his chest, man. We don't play around, bro. But on that note, I gotta go. It's your boy BVO Boxing, man.
Yeah.
Check us out tomorrow. We got a very special guest on Wednesday and Thursday. So get ready. And again, man, keep my family in your prayers if you guys can. Like I said, you know, I lost my aunt, and we just praying I'm praying that God sends my family peace. So keep my family in your prayers, and we gone. Peace.
For sure.
Praying for you, brother. Peace.
On behalf of BVO Boxing TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon. Don't forget to grab your Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the perfect bass model for premium sound with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They're ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com and elevate your listening experience.